Oh, nice.
Oh man, Mr. Jonas can do no wrong, but we're going to stay in that vein right now and continue with the musical vibes.
Absolutely. So, this morning we are joined by, I think we can call her a local superstar and the freshest game changer, Lakota Silva, who literally re-engineered radio and entirely rebuilt what enchanting music is all about.
And added to that, her debut album, Pop, didn't only take over the online charts, it was recently nominated for Best Pop Album at the 2016 Sama Awards. Yay! She joins us here this morning. She's going to be performing a little bit later. Lakota Silva, welcome back.
So good to have you.
Thank you for having me. Oh, you're making me blush.
So congratulations. An award, but that's worth blushing over. That's really, really cool. The award hopefully is on the way, but the nomination is really cool. That's got to be validation.
Absolutely. Like I feel super, super blessed, and it's always nice when you get acknowledged in what you do, and so I just feel so, so blessed.
And I mean, this is a tough category. I think you're up against really, really strong people in the field as well. I mean, Trace or Loki, Can Skylark, Vincent Bones as well.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the nominees in the category?
Yeah, well, I think firstly, pop, the genre is quite a difficult category because in South Africa we're quite into a lot of different genres, and pop isn't really pop isn't really out there yet. And so I really value the different artists that are nominated with me because I feel like we're pioneers together for the industry, and specifically that genre. So yeah, I think that they all are incredible, and I feel honoured to be alongside them.
Oh,
so
man,
we'll
very
see how it goes.
Oh, well, I love the fact that you kind of hit the nail on the head that we are expressing ourselves as a South African music industry in all genres. So much has been said about 90% SA music. Why does that make you excited? I think all of us can, on a simplistic sense, kind of understand it, but for an artist in the middle of it, why is this so exciting?
I think, radio is actually just in terms of the SABC, it's actually such an important part of the music industry and part of an artist's journey, because at the end of the day you can create music and you can work in the studios and you can put hours in, you can do performance, but if your country, if the listeners don't hear the music, they're not going to they're not going to know who you are and who that music belongs to. So I just think it's such a good thing for South African artists and for South African music that we get to now go, like, the focus is no more on everything else, even though everything else is amazing, but we're putting the spotlight on you, South Africa, and show us what you got. And I think it's an amazing opportunity for anyone.
Oh man, I think it's absolutely great. But I mean, what do you think about a lot of people either for it, a lot of people maybe against it? For the artists in South Africa, it's great. But what about the general public? Do you think, because a lot of people would like to have that easy access to international music as well, and we can't argue that they do raise the bar in terms of music for artists like yourself to aspire.
Going to have Lakota on repeat,
Like, who am I going to be listening to if not me? That's so funny. I think there is definitely, I think with anything there are pros and cons, and I feel that yes, with everything there needs to be a balance, and with everything there needs to be looked into in the right sort of light and the right perspective. And we can't immediately assume that's going to be a negative thing. We've got to first see it as a positive, and then, if there are things that come out of the woodworks, then we can kind of compromise and see how that can get better, as we go. But I do think, like, with the music platforms we have at the moment, iTunes, Apple Music, all these internet platforms that are just readily available at the touch of a fingertip, it's okay. And so, like, radio is just one of those platforms, so I just think that's amazing.
So good to have you, eh?
Thank you.